I can't even do the beat in the song, but let me tell y'all, I was moved. That scene, I was like, you know what? That is where we come from. It just made me feel like that's our culture. That's our people. Like, that's where we come from. Just gave me so much pride in being black. Like, of course, I'm already proud to be a black woman, but it just gave me even more like, just that connection to everything that makes us black, and not just what culturally people think makes us black. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. So it's Tuesday night, so y'all know we are talking Queen Sugar on the OWN network. Before we get into it, don't forget to click that thumbs up button if you enjoy this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button so then you'll get notifications of when I do upload new videos. You can go back and check out all the old content you might have missed, okay? Also, don't forget to share and comment down below, okay? Let me know what you thought of tonight's episode of Queen Sugar. This is season 7, episode 3, Slowly and Always Irregularly, I believe was the title. I'm still not 100% getting the title. Well, maybe it's gonna click for me when I meditated on it a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna try to cover everything as quick as I can because I got a 7 o'clock appointment, but I might be a little late because I don't want to jip y'all in this review. So let's get into it. So the episode picks up with Darla and Ralph Angel. They're getting ready to go to the farmer's market, as we're going to see. Ralph Angel is kind of sulking. He feels bad about Miss Perthina getting evicted last week. Hopefully one of y'all had room available for her. We can rotate weeks or whatever we got to do over here. And so he, Darla's telling him, it's not your fault about the eviction. I think he said which one. He's just really beating himself up. Darla's like, I hate when you do this. She's like, this is why we're doing a co-op to save her. And he's like, she's a proud woman, and we didn't even save her. She still got evicted in the end. And Darla's like, yeah, we did turn more profit, but, we're getting somewhere with the co-op. Like, Darla's just really supports and encourages Ralph Angel. Okay, if Darla don't do nothing else, she supports and encourages Ralph Angel. So that's why that little stunt he pulled later on had me pissed, y'all. So anyway, then we see Darla goes to, no, not Darla. Let's get over to Micah. I might go out of order, y'all, but y'all know I do. So Micah runs down to the university to see his art teacher. I forgot, Mr. Stevens, I think his name is. I don't know. And Kiki is there, and he runs and tells them, like, guess what, y'all? I'm a working artist now. I just sold my first NFT, and he shows them, and the professor's like, oh, nice. And he said, but just because you're making money don't mean you're an artist. He said, your artist is about what you're presenting. Like, he's like, making money is your end goal, then that's not it. He's like, you got to care about your message and be accountable about what you're putting out there because people are going to be judging you based on that. So basically what he's saying is they're not caring how much money you make. They caring about the message you're sending. Okay, so he kind of schooled Mike on that and he walked away. So Mike is like, dang, that was not the response I was expecting. And so then Kiki was like, yeah, those NFT guys, they can be a little messy. He don't really like all that. And so Kiki was like, so, like, what about this guy? Are you dating? So I thought Kiki was talking about an NFT guy, but then Mike ends up talking about Isaiah, so I don't know which one she was out really asking about. But anyway, Micah goes on to say, like, what? Like, girl, he's like, no, me and Isaiah, we're frat brothers, like, we're just friends. And so Kiki was like, oh, no labels, okay. And she was like, okay, let me know. Like, I didn't tell people. I still can't believe I dated Micah West. People can't believe it. And he was like, yeah, we used to. She was like, because I'm your friend. So basically, she's letting him know, like, I'm your friend. If you open, it's all good either way. And so I was like, Kiki, what are you alluding to about Micah? And Micah wasn't, I don't know if Micah wasn't getting it or he was just keeping himself open. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, Kiki was like, I could be a good wingman. She said, yeah, I let everybody know that I'm the reason why you got into this school. So basically Kiki was like, we can still be friends and stuff, and I can hang out with you, help you get you a new boo. He said he is open to dating though. But like Kiki, do you think he open to men and women or just women? Like Kiki was alluding to some stuff in my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments. Was I reading the scene wrong? So then we see Miss Vi and Darla at the table with the guy that's supposed to be helping Auntie Vi to distribute her pie so she can go national, right? And so he was like, let me stop you right here, girl. You know, I would love to help you with your distribution, but I'm about to retire. I want to tell you in person. So she was like, well, you know, she appreciated him doing that. And he was like, you know, I'm sorry, like, you're going to have to find somebody else. And she was like, well, you know, we're going to give you a piece of pie. And at least you could tell us ins and outs and all that. So then he's like, you know what? You know, it's good that you don't take no for an answer, but I'm going to need some more pie. So he said pecan was his favorite. So Darla got back there, got him a slice of that pecan pie. And 2 to go. Okay. So do y'all say pecan or pecan? Because some people say pecan, some people say pecan. Anyway. So then she's like, you know, she trying to get all the ins and outs of the distribution deal. Darla, they came up with a whole business plan for some of y'all, for Aunt Vi's pies. Okay. So then later on, we do see Aunt Vi and Darla at the farmer's market. I don't know where that farmer's market was located, but anyway, they were at the farmer's market, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. Like, all that stuff that man was talking about doing. Like, I didn't already sell my pies. Everybody living in St. Joe's. Like, it's too much, girl. I don't know. Maybe I need to not do all that. Like, we got to sell here, then we got to sell there. Then like, how we going to do this? And then Darla's like, girl, is you scared? Like, you scared? And so then she's like, no. And then she's like, come on. Like, you know, you sell your pies here, then we move up to the French market. So Darla basically was encouraging and supporting Vi. This season, Darla's giving Charlie energy. Like, Darla's giving boss lady. Okay, she just ain't got the money Charlie got, but she got the knowledge and the wisdom, and she could put the business plans together. Okay, so I said, Darla is coming through this season. Darla is standing up in herself this season. Okay, come through, Darla. So, then back over at the diner, we saw Prosper over there cupcaking with Miss Darlene. Is that her name? The nurse lady, babe. He was over there. He was all in the booth with her on the same side. I said, okay, Prosper. He talking about how, you know, he dated a couple girls after his ex-wife, but none of them could compare. None of them was hit like that. And she didn't really date nobody after her ex-husband passed away. And you know, he just, you know, he all in with new Nurse Bay. They spitting game at each other. I said, go on, y'all, go on. What she say? Prosper, you the sky, everybody else is the weather. I said, go off. So anyway, then let's see. We saw let's get back to the farmer's market, and then we go get to Nova. Okay, so back over to the farmer's market. We saw Ralph Angel talking to the Asian girl who's his boss, which is also his ex. Okay. And so he's like, so she was talking with some guy, and basically she let Ralph Angel know that, hey, he said you can get a booth. He can give you a discount rate as long as you can fill up this much space and all this stuff. And then Ralph Angel, she could tell Ralph Angel was like really like kind of stressed out about it. And she's like, you know, are you thinking of all the ways you can screw it up? And he's like, oh, you could tell. She's like, don't worry. Like, when I took over the business from my mom the first year, I second guessed every decision I made. Of course, I was stressing. My mom made this business from the ground up, and I'm over here, you know, stressing about it. And so she's like, you know, don't do that to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, you know, you got this. You can do this. And also, side note, Darla told Aunt Vi, if the co-op and Vi sell their pies together at the same booth, there's a win-win-win-win for everybody, right? Which is a good idea. Go off, Darla. Okay, we need to title this episode, Go Off, Darla. Okay? So, because Darla was coming through. So, then, he's like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to get the business stuff. I feel like Darla don't really be understanding all this stuff like that. She don't really be knowing what's up. And then old Asian girlfriend said, hold up, let me stop you right there, player. You know, we friends and all, but we not going to be the friends that talk about our spouses together and venting about our spouses together. We're not going to do that. I'm glad she said that, okay? That's what you call being a woman and having respect, okay? Because not a lot of women would do that. I'm not sure if I would do that, or would I let him continue venting and ranting? I don't know. Because I'd be liking to hear people's problems too much, okay? So I appreciated the ex-girlfriend for doing that. So then he was like, no, I know, I get it. It's not like that. It's just that, I be trying to do all this, family business, keep it together. And I'm just not sure Darla always understands. So, of course, Darla and Vi walk up at that same time. And so Darla was like, what don't I get? Because all she heard was, I'm not sure if Darla get it. So she's like, what don't I get? And so then Ralph Angel was sitting there looking dumb. It's just an awkward moment. I was like, oh, Ralph Angel. Come on, Ralph Angel. Like, come on, Ralph Angel. So then at the table, we see Uncle Hollywood and Aunt Vi sitting across the table from Darla and Ralph Angel, right? Having dinner, and it's super quiet like a church mouse. And then Darla and Ralph Angel get the fussing and fighting about what happened earlier. Darla's like, I didn't been told you to come to the farmer's market for the last 6 months. Like, I'm the one doing all the business plans for the co-op. I'm the one who did a whole business plan for Aunt Vi today. Like, what you talking about? I don't get business. Like, I'll be doing the business. Like, what you talking about, Ralph Angel? And so then he was like, nah, I'm saying you good. Like, you did that. Okay, girl, you did that. You good. You good. And then, of course, y'all, I'm putting my own spin on the argument, okay? So then, and Vi was about to interject, like, what you need to do. And Holly was like, no. So then, Darla was like, come on. Like, Darla's basically like, give me my just due, give me my credit. And Ralph Angel wasn't getting it. So then we see Ralph Angel sitting down at the porch, looking a hot mess. And then Hollywood came out and gave him a beer. He said, man, you got to be dumb. Like, you did the worst move you could do. Ever go outside your wife and complain to somebody else, and then you complain to your boss at that. And so Ralph Angel's like, I know. And I just, Darla needs to do this, and Darla don't be doing that. And Hollywood's like, when you got, when y'all lost the farming, when y'all did all this, Darla was right there with you. She was holding on to you. She was holding the baby. She was crying for you. She was doing all this. Like, Hollywood made him see, like, what is you talking about? And then Ralph Angel's like, but I'm supposed to be the one uplifting her. And Hollywood basically let him know, like, y'all are a team. It don't work like that. Like, y'all gonna be uplifting each other. Y'all got to be there for each other. And that's what's really important. And so basically Ralph Angel's being prideful. And so then over in the kitchen, we see Aunt Vi and Darla talking. And Aunt Vi tried to give Darla some money. I don't know how much it was. And she was like, here. And Darla was like, oh, I'm good. Aunt Vi's good. She's like, no, I want to pay you. Like, you came up with that whole business plan for me earlier. And that would have costed me some money to, do. And so I want to pay you for the job you did. And she's like, no, you don't have to. Like, I want to help you. And she's like, yes, I want you to keep helping me. And you deserve to be compensated for all the stuff you're doing around here. Like, you're helping everybody. Like, you deserve that. And so she was like, and Vi basically let her know, like, you don't need Ralph Angel's validation. And so Darla was like, well, I wish I still had it. And Vi said, you stand up in your own self. Like, I know, like, I'm probably one of the people that contributed to you not feeling like you are worthy and like you got to continue to prove yourself to this family. And I'm sorry if I did that, but no, don't get it twisted. You are awesome. You are great. Like, we appreciate everything you're doing here. Like, and she's like, you don't need Ralph Angel, like, to say that. Like, you are doing your thing, basically. So finally, like, Vi gave Darla her flowers. Like, finally, like, Darla's off the hook. All the bad things, they hated about. It was like a full circle moment. When somebody finally fully for real forgive you, for real, that's what it felt like. Like, if I ain't holding no more grudges against Darla, girl, you are solidified in the Bordelon family. They see you and they respect you for your works. Okay, and they're not going to continue to judge you for the past. Okay? Now, let's address this whole Vince and Billi thing. So, back at the farmers co-op where they do their headquarters and stuff, everybody was talking about, what Miss Pertina went through and all that. And so Billi was giving a speech. They're going to give a uplifting speech in this show if they don't do nothing else. They had 2 good uplifting speeches per episode in Queen Sugar. So anyway, Billi gave one tonight and Nova gave one tonight. So Billi said, you guys can't give up. It's always like, don't give up. Don't give in. Okay? She said, we're going to come together. That's why we came up with the co-op. She going to fight against these laws. She going to fight against these farmers discriminating. We're going to save Miss Bertina's land. We're going to get it situated. She's going off. So then, guess who showed up down to the farm, y'all? Vince, played by Lamont Rucker. Okay, remember he was in Greenleaf. Okay, so we got a little Greenleaf Queen Sugar crossover. Okay, so Vince came through looking good. He done got a little gray beard popping too. I see you, Lamont Rucker. So anyway, Vince came through. Billi looked like she saw a ghost. And so Prosper looked like, ooh. And so then Vince said, I followed. She's like, how'd you find out where I was? He said, I looked at the rental car GPS and followed the directions from there. Then they said, go a little bit here and a smidge of turn here. He's like, what does that mean? And so then he finally found Prosper's house, and he just sat there waiting. Nobody was home. A truck came by, and he followed the truck there to find everybody there. And so he said, this town is not what he thought it was going to be. And he said, he's talking to Billi. He's like, our daughter was like, eventually told me, let me go find mom. And she's like, well, she just be watching the rom-coms all day. So, what does she know? She's only 19. And so Vince is like, okay, but what's going on? Because you said you never want to come back here. All the time we've been married, you never had a desire to come back here, bring the kids here, and now you're here. You act like you can't leave. But you never wanted to come back, so what's good? And so then she's like, it's not that I don't want to leave. It's just a lot of things going on, and I can't really tell you. I can't really explain it. My thing with Billi, I was kind of irritated with Billi in this episode because this man that came all the way from Chicago looking for you. You ain't gave him no real answers. You damn there ghosting your husband. Girl, what are you doing? I don't like people that do that. I get she been through some things. And I get maybe she don't know how to explain what she's going through. Maybe she don't know how to put words to everything she is feeling, what she wants to do, and all that great stuff. I know she's scared to hurt this man, but I'm going to need her to say what it is. Or give him something. I don't like when people do all that. Oh, I just can't say what it is. Oh, I just can't do that. Just say it. Ugh. And then this man that came all the way from Chicago. Girl, you are wasting his time. That just irritated me so much. And so then later on, we see them at the house, and Prosper and Vince are arguing over sports teams and football teams and all that. And Billi over there acting like she can't even be bothered with the poor man. I'm like, dang. So she, Vince said, hey, this town, I thought it was going to be something else. Your house, I thought it was going to be something else. Billi painted the picture it was just so bad. But he's like, your house, I can feel the love in your house. Your house is amazing. And Prosper's like, this house has loved me even when I didn't love it sometime. And Prosper was like, it's too late for me to try to be the good dad giving advice now. But I will say, Vince, you were always welcome here. And I'm happy you're here now. Prosper let me know, I wasn't the one telling you couldn't come over to visit all these years, okay? And so Prosper said, don't do him. So Prosper was walking out. He told Billi, follow your heart, speak to your heart, be true to yourself. He said, be true to your heart, y'all. So anyway, Billi and Vince get to talking. Vince is like, I done came all this way. What's good? Vince is like, girl, what's going on here? And so she's like, yeah, a lot has happened from my past and I recently discovered, and I do need to tell you about, but everything has more to do with me than it has to do with you. And I just can't really, tell you right now. I can't really explain it right now. He's like, girl, I done came all this way looking for you, and you gotta give me something. That's what I'm saying. Give him something. So then, eventually he gave up trying to get the information from her because she wasn't giving it, and say, let's just go to sleep and talk about it in the morning. So then she like, yep, let's go to bed. She had his bed ready. And so then he tried to grab her and so he could hug her or something. And then she was like, okay, good night, Vince. She didn't even give him a kiss. She didn't give him a hug, nothing. I was like, dang. What did Vince do, or what is going on with Billi? What is going on with Billi? What do y'all think is up with Billi? You think that now that she faced the past, she don't want to leave home again? And she wanted a new life there, but she could tell Vince that. Like, maybe he want to move down there and be country with her. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. So, jumping back over to Micah, by the way, y'all, before I get any further, if you notice that I was recording the video, there was sunlight, now you don't see no sunlight. I had to record this video in multiple parts because I had two Zooms being, one of them was taking too long. He had me so irritated and pissed because he was being too long-winded. But anyway, so Micah, let me just get through it. So Micah was talking with Kiki and, you know, they're talking about that NFT guy. You know, he's slippery, he's shady. We not trusting him. And so, you know, he had some nice pictures. He had, we saw him look at old video clips of his mom saying how she wanted to be president of the United States. And it's funny how she had that video saying that. And so he sent that old video clip to his mom, and she should use it for her campaign commercial, right? So anyway, he was telling Kiki that, like, yeah, the NFT guys, you know, it's hard to sell some of these pictures. They don't like the whole Black history vibe. They say that's not a vibe. You know, Black struggle is not a vibe. It's not. Let the culture tell it. So anyway, so then he's like, you know, I got to make him see it through my eyes. He said he's selling Black History Month. Okay, I wonder how much he's selling it for. So anyway, then we did see Darla and Ralph Angel and the baby have a come to Jesus moment. So Darla was in there playing with the baby. True, so cute. And, you know, Ralph Angel came in there and he basically apologized to Darla, said, you know, I see you, what you do a lot. He gave her props and apologized for going to his ex and all that stuff. And she said, don't worry about it. She let him off the hook easy after that. I think she just needed that pep talk from Aunt Vi, to be honest. So, she said, you know, I'm not jealous of your ex. I just want you to let me in more. I want you to see me. I want you to support me the way I support you. And, you know, we be a team. And so he said, you know, I look at True and I want her to be everything just like you know, smart, strong, resilient, you know, all the things you are. I want True to be that. Put me in check, all those good things, okay? So they made up, and we knew they would. And that moment when they were, like, cuddling together, oh my gosh, that really warmed my heart, y'all. Like, really, really warmed my heart, okay? I'm gonna need me a moment like that with my chocolate fine husband and my baby. So anyway, when it happens. So let's move on to Nova's storyline, right? So Nova was talking to Dominic about, Sorry, let me backtrack it. Nova came home from being out all night long. So we like, where the hell was Nova? And Dominic was asleep on the sofa. He said he was trying to wait up for her. And so she said Miss Bertholine got, you know, she got put out. She got evicted. Nova didn't offer her a place to stay, I noticed. So, and so she said she had to go deal with that and be there for her. He's like, why didn't you call me? I would have helped y'all pack her stuff up and get it out of there. So she was like, yeah, then I was up one night with Mo trying to figure out, you know, ways to save her property and all this stuff. And so he was like, Mo, the co-op girl? So then I was like, yes, Mo, the co-op girl. She was up all night with her. Okay. And so Nova said that Mo gave her the great idea of doing a ring shout, okay? And so, which is like an ancient African tradition, right? Y'all can, you know, dive into your Black history to look it up more and all that. And so, I feel like it's something I learned in one of my African American studies classes in undergrad, and that was my minor. Shout out to UC Davis. So, anyway, Dominic, I was about to call him something else. Dominic goes on to say, oh, the ring shout, do you want it like this? Do you want it like, you know, you want the original, you know, type of person? You're going to come up with a new ring shout, or you're going to get somebody who's already officially a ring shout, that's their job? Like, do you want to do it like the Gullah Gullahs? I can get you in touch with the Gullah Gullah people. I can get you in touch with this one over here that do that. He was trying to put it together for her to make it authentic, to make it culturally relevant. Like, he was trying to put together for her. She was looking at him like, huh? He's like, excuse me, sir, what are you saying here? And so she was like, you are such a big nerd. And then he was like, oh, I've been told. She's like, but I like it. So like, he's a cultural anthropologist, so he's gonna know like exactly how a ring shot's supposed to go. Anthropology is a fascinating and can be a difficult subject to grasp. But I remember I was in an anthropology class, and some things were very interesting, some things were kind of hard to grasp. So anyway, so he gonna help her get the ring shot together, help her, do it right. So then later on, we see Nova having like a some kind of gathering of hers, getting the ring shot event together. She making posters. She got people working on the line. Micah come through. He trying to explain to her about the NFT, the NTF. She's like, so what is it, the NTF? I was like, Nova, girl, your guess is good as mine, girl. So then he's trying to explain that it's digital, the art is not physical. You buy it online, only that's it. And she was like, well, I guess, like, that's a new thing, you making your own stamp in the world, you doing your thing. Like, Auntie Nova gonna support her nephew no matter what. He could say he's shoveling dirt all day. She gonna be like, yes, baby, you was doing your thing. So anyway, he said he gonna go down to the art place and hand us some more posters. So then we see our good girlfriend, Regan Gomez, come through. Her name is, I think, Chantel on the show, but she gonna be Regan Gomez for us, okay? That lady do not age. Used to love me some Parenthood with Robert Townsend and Regan Gomez back in the day. The 90s babies know what I'm talking about. So anyway, 80s babies grew up in the 90s. I'm an 80s baby, y'all. So anyway, side note, right? So then she was like, okay, like, yeah, we're gonna get the word spread. Nova's like, yeah, you're always good at getting people excited, getting people going. She was like, okay, I'm here to help you, but like, just remember that you call me. Like basically, Regan said, don't put me in your BS this time, Nova, because remember, they didn't really end on good terms, y'all. So anyway, Mike came through like, oh, hey, girl, like, I ain't seen you in a minute. And so then she was like, yeah. And so then later on, we see Chantel, aka Regan Gomez, sitting down there with Nova, and Regan was like, okay, like, the local anchors, they don't want any more puff pieces. They want some good local stuff. So this is going to be good. And, Nova's thanking her for helping her. And Regan's like, like, I'm here to help you, but like, where's Dominic? Like, he not into this stuff. And she's like, oh yeah, he's definitely into it. And then she was like, okay, then why am I still here? Nova's like, cause you ain't get the hell up yet. So then, she was like, you tend to always run to everybody else instead of going to your partner when you need help. Like, you're doing that thing you do when it get too serious. You want to run to everybody else instead of your partner. And then Nova was like, girl, what? Like, nah, this is not what it is. And Reagan's like, girl, I've been through therapy. I see it. I know it. I called it. And so then Nova was like, I know you got all my rough edges. I didn't have my life together, girl, when I was fooling with you. And, it's different now. And then she was like, oh, yo, rough edges, that we calling it. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, don't be afraid to show Dominic. Like, you really like Dominic. Don't be afraid to show him all the parts of you, all your warts, all your bumps, girl, everything about you. Like, you forget, you're so concerned with trying to be right. Like, you forget to be yourself. And so, which was good advice. And, Nova did kind of apologize to her. And she said, she let her ego get ahead of her with the book and her family and all that, and putting publishing stuff and everything she had going on. And so she's hoping this ring shout can, finally have the family fully forgive her. I thought they forgave her, but I get what she meant. It's like next level. So anyway, they kind of had a moment holding hands. They wasn't doing nothing funny business because I was watching them, y'all. Because I said, I know Nova ain't finna do no funny business and cheat on our Dominic. Okay, because if you gonna mess it up with Dominic, girl, I'll take your man. Just kidding, y'all. So then Dominic came home and they broke their little hands. And so then he was like, oh, hey. And she was like, okay, this is my old friend Chantel. And Chantel's like, oh, that new boo. And she was like, he's like, not so new, but yeah. And so then I was like, old friend. That's your old friend, Nova? Oh, okay, girl. So anyway, she was like, oh yeah, I could tell you some wild stories about Nova. Like, let me tell you. And so then Nova was like, okay, I'm gonna get some more wine. He was like, oh yeah, tell me what's up, girl. So then, later on, we do see, Nova getting ready to go to bed. She doing her nighttime routine, wrap her hair, put some lotion on. You know how we do. And so then he said, he gonna be down in the sedan. She's like, well, Michael about to talk to you. He's like, I don't know, the Wi-Fi gonna be spotty. He's like, but you can come with me because you can write from anywhere, right? And so then she was like, I can't just up and leave. I was like, why not, Nova? Why not? And so, I think she could leave. Don't y'all think? So, anyway, she's like, this ring shot, it's about to be so good tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, like the rehearsal was everything, but you really brought feeling to it. I can put these together with my cultural anthropologist background, but you really brought life and feeling to it. And he just loved the way Nova can make people feel the way she feel about things. And he just feels like, he wants the parts of her that Mo has seen and Chantel has seen. And he feels like he hasn't seen all the parts of her because Chantel said she wild and he like, show me your wild side, girl. And he's like, Mo, you staying all up long night time with her. Like, what's up? She was like, well, Mo, we connected about dreams and I really want to get back to my dreams and my intuition. And Chantel, she knew me in my activist days. Oh, is that how she knew you, girl? Okay. So, Nova gonna quit playing in Dominic's face is all I'm saying. So she was like, it's hard for people to, get to know me. And I like them to know different parts of me first. And she was like, basically assured him, like, you have all of me. And he was like, you bring out things in me I didn't know I could feel and all this stuff. So they had their little moment and they start kissing. I was like, oh, I don't want Nova to mess us up. And I see the white cop gonna come back later. I'm not looking forward to that, y'all. Okay, y'all drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all think gonna happen with Nova's love life by the end of this show. Okay, by the end of the whole season. So anyway, then we get to the final scene, down to the ring shot, which was so amazing. It was amazingly shot. Shout out to Ava DuVernay. Shout out to whoever directed that scene in that episode, the actors, the ring shot people, like everybody. It was amazing. So Ava, I gave them a little pep talk, and she's like, the land is still here, still talking to us, it's still standing strong. And she told Nova how proud of her she is. She's like, you remind me so much of your mama right now. We not giving up, we fighting. And so Nova gave a little speech. She thanked everybody for coming. And then they let the ring shout commence. I'm not going to do the little chant and song they was doing. He was like, Martha, you get the tree like they was doing the clap. I can't even do the beat in the song, but let me tell y'all, I was moved. That scene, I was like, you know what? That is where we come from. It just made me feel like that's our culture. That's our people. Like, that's where we come from. It gave me so much pride in being black. Like, of course, I'm already proud to be a black woman, but it just gave me even more like, just that connection to everything that makes us black, and not just what culturally people think makes us black. So it was a good scene. Of course, the white folk got to mess it up. So the Landrys came with the cops. They was acting like they was about to shut it down, but the power of the Lord was over there. Okay, the power of the Lord was on the ring shout. He heard them shouting in the ring. And Landry gave up. He walked away. He didn't even bother nobody, okay? And everybody was chatting along with the ring shout, dancing along with the ring shout. I'll tell y'all, it was a good scene. Y'all drop it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe so you can get bell notifications of when I upload new videos so y'all can keep up with the channel and support the channel. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.